This is a new thing. I live up in Harlem and they're doing this $6 cappuccino now with CBD. So another $2 for a nice, relaxing, not so high. I can't be mad.
So what do you know about CBD being used in products like drinks and skincare?
I know about the CBD oil stuff. I actually use some of the night cream.
Kind of the new fad, I guess.
I don't know much about drinks. I just know that it's been used in skincare.
Actually, I bought some for my dad because he has like arthritis, and so he's a fan. I thought he'd be kind of against it, especially, you know, my mom being the one who's like, oh my gosh, he's gonna get high.
Yeah, it's sort of a budding market. Forgive the pun.
For those who don't know, explain what CBD is.
Yeah, so CBD is the non-psychoactive property in cannabis.
It doesn't get you high. It's the extract from hemp.
It's the part that's therapeutic.
For Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, cancer, depression, anxiety, diabetes, like all sorts of stuff.
Coke said this week that they're exploring the possibility of including CBD in a line of wellness beverages around the world. Do you think this would be a smart business move for Coke?
Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't it be?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to start drinking more Coke.
It's probably smart. I don't think people drink as much soda as they used to.
And also right now they're working on passing a bill that would at least legalize hemp, in which case CBD really more or less ends up being legal, or more legal than it is right now. So.
Do you think big brands getting into the cannabis space, or at least expressing interest in it, could eventually help lead to the federal legalization of marijuana?
Yeah, probably. I think as the conversation shifts and people are more informed about the differences between THC, even like Mitch McConnell has made a case for legalizing hemp for agricultural purposes in Kentucky, which is apparently a huge producer.
Big brands like Coke stepping into it and, obviously being a champion for it, I would think that that's going to turn some heads in the government, realizing, okay, here is this like multi-billion-dollar company interested in something like this. Maybe we should really take a second look at regulations behind it.
Do you think big brands getting into the cannabis space will help remove some of the stigma around marijuana?
I think it definitely does, and I feel like you are seeing the stigma kind of be stripped away, even in the past like 5 years, probably, since it's been legal in Colorado. I believe it's been about 5 years.
But there will always be the group of people who will think stoners and drug addicts, and that's not gonna change.
I think having that kind of corporate approval makes a big difference. Like I think you saw that obviously with gay marriage. Even people always talk about how Will and Grace and like TV shows and probably advertising that corporate America was paying for, that made a big difference in kind of changing people's minds. So it could be the same thing here, where people just see it on the shelf at Walmart and they think, okay, that's not a big deal.
If more brands get into this space, do you think it's possible for marijuana to become too mainstream?
I would just like for it to not be overblown. You know how gluten-free became a thing, and then all products started putting labels that says gluten-free just to sell, even though they never had gluten in the first place, but because it was a marketing thing, and if people see that label.
You can sort of imagine a United States where the cannabis leaf is on everything.
Anytime something is legal and you're only meant to have it at a certain age, kids are gonna try to get their hands on it. And I think we've actually seen this in states where it is legal, that the kids that are underage who tend to be getting in trouble for this are, by and large, Black and Latino children. And so, I don't know, you can legalize it. I still think you're gonna have the same issues that existed prior to legalization, so that needs to be addressed in some way.